So, Miro, a new report came out today that appears to look good for the U.S. economy. What's the significance of the latest GDP numbers?
Well, they're very robust numbers, over 4% growth rate, which is generally unheard of. You know, the U.S. economy tends to go at about 2.5 to 2.5%. But really driving it are two very important things. One is exports. So before these trade sanctions, a lot of soybean exports driving about a point of that growth, and about almost a half point is government spending when the spending bill happened a few months ago. So that's kind of fueling a lot of growth. And the last component that's fueling growth a little bit is consumers. They're buying more because unemployment is down and wages are going up a little bit.
Would you expect this trend to continue?
Not at 4%. I think the export number is a one-time number, and so you're going to see trends a little bit maybe better than the past few years, but really closer 2.5 to 3% rather than 4%.
So this week, China slowed down a deal for Qualcomm to spend $44 billion to buy NXP. How significant would that acquisition have been, and what happened?
This acquisition is paramount to Qualcomm's growth strategy. By buying NXP, a Dutch automotive chip manufacturer, they would have gone into a very complementary business to Qualcomm's telecom business, and they would have been a real powerhouse globally. By delaying the action and passing the merger deadline, the Chinese government basically just blocked this merger, which is really bad news in some ways for Qualcomm. They're doing pretty well. They've kind of turned a corner as a company, but this would really help them on a growth path that they have to rethink their strategy going forward.
And for some good economic news, the home sale prices here locally are up. They've actually reached record levels. Can we expect to continue to see this trend?
Yeah, the median home price in San Diego went up to $575,000 in the month of June, and believe it or not, that is not as the highest for actually adjusted for inflation. The peak was November in 2005, but we're on that path to return to that. And once we cross about 650,000, we'll be in new uncharted territory.
We came here for the friends.
Turning now to Facebook, the company is reporting a bit of trouble. There are fewer people actually signing up for new accounts. So how bad is the situation?
Well, not as bad as it seems. Yes, Facebook yesterday lost nearly 20% of its value, and Mark Zuckerberg went from being the fourth richest man in the world to the sixth richest man in the world overnight. But the fact of the matter is, Facebook actually has 2.3 billion users. They're still growing, just not at the rate that they were a year or two ago. The issue for Facebook is there are three big issues. Number one is that a lot of the younger demographic, the 18 to 35-year-olds, are migrating to other social platforms. Fortunately for Facebook, they are on WhatsApp or Instagram, which Facebook owns. So that's number one. Number two, there's a lot of issues around privacy and security. So Facebook has seen a major issue with, hate speech, fake news, and they're managing that while trying to keep the platform open and at the same time trying to ensure consumers' privacy. And that is a really fine, tightrope to walk. And third, Facebook is maxed out in the US and Europe in terms of the number of people that are on Facebook. So they're looking at international markets like Brazil, Indonesia, and India. They're really shut out of China because China has other social platforms that own the market like WeChat.
Thank you so much, Miro Copic, marketing lecturer here at San Diego State University. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.